Who do I sound like? I sound like the doggy himself, Mad Dog Russo. It's Wednesday, so it's his day. He got a bit comfortable, Swagoo. He got a bit comfortable because my man Swagoo right here next to me looking like Shaft in 25. I see you, baby. I see you. Your doggy usually is sitting in here on a Wednesday, right? But if I'm on the road, he tries to take over and act like he owns the show. You already got a show. You already got a damn show. You ain't getting this damn show, okay? It's not happening, right?
I love the last
Shay,
2 weeks.
good seeing you, girl. Like the outfit, by the way. The boys in the house. And Mr. Chippendales himself, Louis Riddick.
Oh,
He's going to come into the house, too. We got a good day. It's the crew in the house. Holla at your boy. Let's roll, y'all.
We are down to the final play of the regular season. Luke's kick is on the way. It is up. It is no good. Has a Ravens season ended with such a gut-wrenching thud as a missed field goal?
You asked me about next year, Jameson. Like, I'm so caught up in what just happened tonight. I can't focus on that right now.
Want another shot with these guys?
Yeah, I love these guys.
John Harbaugh was the latest in a litany of coaches fired by their team.
I expect John Harbaugh to be the most in-demand coach in this cycle with multiple opportunities. He will be able to go wherever he wants.
Certainly sounds like the case already, not even 24 hours later. Hello, everyone. Welcome to First Take. I am Shay Cornett. That is Stephen A. Smith. Marcus Spears in the building. Chris Mad Dog Russo. And good morning, Louis Riddick. How you doing?
Lou don't.
Yeah, he don't.
Thrilled to be here. Thrilled to be talking about this. There he is. A little late on the uptick. It's all right. Hi, Lou. Good to see you. All right, let's get into the big news that happened yesterday. Will it be the last shoe to fall in terms of the coaching carousel? We don't know. But yesterday evening, we learned that the Ravens will have a new head coach for the first time in 18 years, with Baltimore firing John Harbaugh. He arrived in Baltimore in 2008, delivered 12 playoff appearances, 6 AFC North championships, 15 seasons above 500, and a Super Bowl title. His dismissal came just 2 days after Baltimore lost to the Steelers on a field goal and missed the playoffs for the first time since 2021. John Harbaugh did release a statement that read in part this, quote, "Well, I was hoping for a different kind of message on my last day here someday, but that day has come today. It comes with disappointment, certainly, but more with gratitude and appreciation. Gratitude to the owner and organization who was willing to bring in a head coach who made his mark with special team success, a difficult thing to do, and appreciation for all the moments, all these years that are etched into eternity," end quote. Was this the right decision to move on in Baltimore, Doggy?
Yeah, you have to say you can't think that Harbaugh got a bad deal here. You know, he was there 18 years. That's a long time.
Mm-hmm.
They, last year it was a terrible loss on Sunday night. Last year they haven't won a big playoff run in a long time. The Buffalo lost last year, and Andrews dropped a touchdown pass at the end, a two-point conversion play. The Chiefs a couple of years ago, when they were very sloppy on the sportsmanlike penalties and everything else, or the double-digit blown leads. Yep. I can't go crazy, and I don't. And Bichotti's a good owner, so he's been loyal. So I can't go crazy. It's just one of those things, and I think he's a good coach.
Yeah.
He won 193 games. Guy's got a 601 winning percentage, and he's won a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Harbaugh's going to work.
He's fine.
He's a good coach.
Yeah.
But in a lot of ways, I don't think there's really any person who feels guilty here who's in a bad way. Maybe the field goal kicker who missed that kick. He makes the kick, and Harbaugh did not handle those 12 seconds right. You and I will discuss that with Stevie a little later on because we were talking about it before the show. But I think here there's nobody to cry about. Bichotti, good owner. Can't blame him, 18 years. Harbaugh, been there forever. Terrible loss. New voice. He'll be okay. So I'm okay all the way around.
Yeah.
Louis Riddick, go ahead, man.
Louis has a really bad delay, so let's wait on Louis for a second. Marcus, what do you think?
Yeah, I agree with Mad Dog. This is earlier this year, I fought with Baltimore Ravens fans about they wanted him fired early in the season. And I think during the season, you look at all of the things that transpire, all the things that happen. You got guys injured. Lamar is in and out with his injuries. Like, this team was bereft of a lot of their players that they were going to count on. Nnamdi Madubuike, who was one of the best D tackles in the league, didn't play in the Detroit game, and it was glaring early in the season, if y'all remember. Here's the other thing, too, though. Both of y'all are familiar with college football from the past. Mark Richt won a lot of games at Georgia won a number of games, like was considered and regarded as one of the best college coaches. Never could get over the hump. Kirby Smart comes in, wins national championships, and you don't hear Mark Richt's name anymore at UGA, who I believe was one of the best college coaches for a large majority of my generation coming through school. So Baltimore, only reason you fire John Harbaugh is because you think somebody is going to get you that half a step further. Because this team should have at least been in a Super Bowl. And he didn't get fired for not being a good coach. He didn't get fired for not having his team prepared and things going the right way. He got fired because once you get to that position, you start getting judged on the margins. We're not judging you for your 13 wins anymore in the regular season. We're not judging you for your first place bid in the AFC to get into the playoffs or be the 1 seed. We are saying you got Lamar Jackson. You've had defenses that have been really good. You've had skilled players that's been really good outside of the wide receiver. We also brought Derrick Henry in because we thought that would put us over the hump as far as trying to win the Super Bowl, and that is why he was judged and why we're here today. I said that a couple days ago. It's no longer about winning games for certain coaches. That's why everybody with Mike Tomlin, the noise was rumbling with Mike T. It's about winning playoff games and getting to the Super Bowl. And look, you have to be a coach to earn the right to be judged that way. And that tells everybody that you're a good coach. And that's why John Harbaugh is going to be requested to interview with every single team with an opening, because nobody thinks that he's not a really good coach. He's proven that. But now he's judged on the margins. And the Baltimore Ravens said, we're going to try to find that extra thing to get us to a Super Bowl and over the hump, and Harbaugh might not be the guy.
It's a little bit more than that. Nothing you said is wrong, but it's a little bit more than that. A 180 and 113 record is nothing to sneeze about. A Super Bowl championship, albeit 13 years ago, is nothing to sneeze at. You get that part. But 18 blown double-digit leads in the second half of your career, more than anybody. Colts and Tampa Bay are second with 17 in that time period since he's been the head coach. That's one matter. Lamar Jackson is your quarterback. May be another matter. It ain't his fault that Mark Andrews dropped the 2-point conversion. It ain't his fault that Zay Flowers fumbled at the goal line. It ain't his fault that Tyler Loop, missed a gimme when he hasn't missed a shot, 50 yards or less, a field goal shot this entire season until that moment. That's not his fault. But here's the flip side to all of it. You're hearing rumblings. He lost the locker room. That guys, and this, we don't talk about this enough. You do get to a point where either you're sick and tired of that voice that you're listening to, or something just as big as that. It's just noise. They bore you. Yep. They don't offend you. You don't hate them for it, but they just don't move you. And we don't bring that last part up enough. We usually say, oh, you know what? They're tired of you. They don't want to listen to you anymore. And we stop there. No, there's another element where you don't galvanize. You don't motivate. You don't push those right buttons to maximize the potential around you. That's what I think we're talking about here. Now, there was a 44-10 loss, if I remember correctly, to Houston earlier this season in October. He was booed that night. But people didn't forget what happened in December when they lost to New England 28-24. You up, double digits, on them. And the last 12 minutes of the game, Derrick Henry never touched the ball. That wasn't the only time we complained about Derrick Henry not touching the football. I understand that you have an offensive coordinator. How does your offensive coordinator get away with not giving the football to one of the top 2 elite running backs in the game today, who's a man-child, a man amongst boys, shoving people aside like paper? That guy is who you want the ball. You want the ball in this man's hands. You don't go double-digit minutes with a double-digit lead, with the game on the line, and you don't give him the ball. What the hell were you doing? You standing around doing nothing? Yeah. You got to get in that offensive coordinator's ear. If you don't get this man the ball, you're going to be looking for a job. You know what I'm saying? That's why I love the Netflix special with the Cowboys when Michael Irvin, after Troy Aikman got hurt, and then Steve Berline came in, and Steve Berline came to Michael Irvin and said, what you want to do? Give me the damn ball. You want your job, don't you? You want a job, right? You want to keep your job, don't you? Give me the ball. That's what you're looking for. You're looking for that kind of command. John Harbaugh, along this way, it was dissipating incrementally over the years. That can't happen when you have Lamar Jackson. It's supposed to elevate. It ain't supposed to go this way. And so when you look at it from that standpoint, I would tell you, like, listen, I'm sad because he is a damn good coach and he does have a good resume, and we